Hey everybody, CVH here, and today we are going to be taking Control Spellsword to the ladder in another one of these videos where I'm going to just do it for YouTube, talk about my plays in the moment as opposed to highlighting it from a stream. Not that those videos aren't great too, but these have been well received, and I haven't actually done a control deck for one of these, I don't think yet. Control Spellsword's a lot of fun to play, I haven't played it in a while. I actually have taken, not a break from ladder, as you can see I'm top 20. Currently, but I've been playing a lot more Arena on stream, so that's one of the other reasons I'm doing this video the way it is, starting off with the Spellsword mirror match. And if I remember correctly, I have done more Control Mage videos recently compared to Control Spellsword, so it's nice to revisit this deck. As far as I know, and you know, having taken a little bit more time, I still probably play more than most people, but obviously top 20, but I have taken a little bit more of a break than I usually do from the ladder, so I'm not as up-to-date on exact meta trends as I usually like to be, so I'm not totally sure what we'll be playing against, but we're starting out with a Control Mirror. More than likely, because the only other deck that you'd really see in Spellsword colors on the ladder is probably a token variant, and those have fallen out of favor for a good long bit. I have heard of a slight resurgence, actually, but it remains to be seen. He didn't have a turn 1 play with the Ring of Magicka, so if it was a token deck, we could maybe expect Bruma Profiteer, Bruma, a 5th Legion Trainer, at least a Windkeep Spellsword early. He is going for the turn 2 Young Mammoth. Might indicate a slightly more aggressive or maybe mid-range strategy, if not just the token deck, because he wrung it out pretty aggressively versus me. It might just be him trying to get an edge in the mirror match, because not all of these Control Spellsword decks do in fact play Young Mammoth. Fortunately enough for me, I have the Young Mammoth to contest. Now, if he goes face and indicates a more aggressive strategy, not taking the trade for me, I could even take over the board with a Cloudrest Illusionist. Oh! I may have spoken too soon on that one. Nice, Decimus. Maybe he just, God, I can't say he's not stream sniping, he's not copying my strategy. I'm not actually streaming right now. Alright, we top deck the Edict. If we play Preserver of the Root, it's as if... That does indicate control, so it's as if we're using it as an Edict of Azura. Because it is just going to trade 1-for-1 with, more than likely, the Cloudrest Illusionist, or he plays another Cloudrest Illusionist, and we're in some hot water there. I feel like next turn I'm more than likely going to use Cloudrest Execute to sort of add to the board myself, as well as clear some of the board. Gonna go ahead and save the Preserver of the Root and just burn an Edict here. I'm going to take the more threatening of the two cards out. Would have been nice to use Piercing Javelin over the Edict. A lot of them have taken out ramp, but just in case he's playing some Hisgroves or some supports. You always hate to see Edict go when you could have used a Javelin. But unfortunately, just at 4 Magicka right now. He is going in slightly. So that indicates he wants to get aggressive, right? Because he just played a creature with Breakthrough, so he can't always guarantee that he won't be able to break a rune if he doesn't want to. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good time to play Cloudrest Execute. There are some things to execute in the deck, but we want to save our more premium removal, and I don't just mean that it's a premium card. It is just more well-rounded removal than execute. So we can go ahead and Cloudrest Execute down the 4/4, allow the Cloudrest Illusionist to trade and take over the board that way, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
A little distraction might prove useful.
That is a potent combo later in the game as well, but, you know, there are more copies of Execute in my deck, and saving Execute against Control Spellsword is a little crazy at times, because then you wind up drawing the second copy, and then neither of them get used, and there we have the second copy. So, he is playing the ramp package, which is a little scary. Thankfully, we do have some more removal in our hand. Definitely not going to be playing Execute on a 1/1. I think this turn I'm going to go for Kvatch Soldier in the left, just an easy way to take out the 1/1 for free, and the Preserver in the right to say Magicka efficient.
Awaiting orders.
There's no Lightning Bolt in these colors. If I was up against Control Mage, I would not play this. I would just pass here.
I would protect the
Fortunately, anything that kills this before it gets big also just kills it afterwards. There's no difference really for us.
I am a child of darkness.
Another Cloudrest off the top. Oh, I wasn't even thinking of Dawnbreaker, but, you know, I will take it. I will take it. So, we don't have to worry about cards like Leaf Lurker. We really have to decide whether or not we should get aggressive soon. You know, it's worth considering if we don't need to get the buff from the Dawnbreaker now, if we even do play the Dawnbreaker. I think we do, because we need to kill this, right? And one could make the argument that, like, yeah, we can Dawnbreaker down a Blood Magic Lord later, but we also will have silences somewhere in the deck for those, and what if he doesn't play Blood Magic Lord next? What if the next threat he plays is going to be a Mantikoras or a Marak in a couple turns? Then we really want to have the Javelin in case we don't draw another copy of Javelin, another Cloudrest Illusionist to pair with the Execute, or one of the other Edicts as well. So I think I'm just going to Dawnbreaker up the Kvatch, keep a threat in each lane, so I don't get, like, completely blown out by one kill spell. Yeah. Kill the undead with the effect. Not going to be breaking a rune this turn. We're going to try to starve our opponent for cards. But yeah, now that we know he's playing the ramp package, we should probably consider getting aggressive slightly sooner. Using the third ring charge for the turn 7 Blood Magic Lord. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, double piercing javelin. And yeah, we're just gonna jab it and pass. But it is worth noting when we should be getting aggressive, right? Because Control Spellsword, as you can see from our list, we only have 8 prophecies ourselves. Nothing too crazy from his list yet. Blood Magic Lord is going to go in the right, in case that sticks, and we can get an additional Blood Magic spell. It was a really weak turn from him. He's probably going to be playing Mantikoras, though. But then if he plays Mantikoras, we can Mantikoras his Mantikoras, and we're doing okay, and we have a Blood Magic action. Or a creature, depends. Raise Dead is definitely the best one for a Control Mirror match. Yeah, especially considering this Mantikoras is going to be happening, right? And then we're going to be playing our own Mantikoras. We're going to be attacking the 3-2. And then we are going to have, if he then responds to the board with something like a Dawn's Wrath or an Immolating Blast, we're going to be able to reload very effectively with the Raise Dead. We could actually just consider not Mantikoraing that. But if we trade, we're kind of forced into the Raise Dead to have a dominating board. Like this Mantikoras, it allows me to put 18 damage on board immediately. He has to respond to it. He might Marak, which would be slightly annoying. That would really be the only truly annoying card here. Maybe he's holding a Raise Dead he got, but it could be just not Raise Dead, right? Yeah, I mean, it's probably not the 5/5 guard. But actually it could be, because he hadn't had a good chance to play it. It could be 5/5, it could be Corpse Curse, it could be Drain Life, all of those, like, he could have waited to play. I'm hoping it's Drain Life, because that's usually the least impactful. Alright, let's just do it. Let's do this thing. Force him to have an answer. Unfortunately, that has 6 attack. If it had 5 attack, I would hit him down to exactly 26. And, threaten the assault.
There's a plan. There's always
Alright.
a plan.
Young Mammoth numero dos. Corpse Curse, good. Very good. It's a good time to see Corpse Curse. So we can't predict our Preserver of the Root, unfortunately. No matter what we do here, it's going to die. Fortunately, he did sort of, like, he was at 31, but since he healed, he put himself, it wasn't actually a heal, it was actually just a minus 4 in life, or minus 5 in life, rather, because now he's at 26, effectively, because that attack is just going to happen now. So, like, while he was healing, he did wind up losing life overall. So yeah, let's think. I think this Preserver of the Root that I play this turn, and I think I do play Preserver of the Root this turn, I think that just goes... I think that goes right. Maybe I play Hive Defender left. It's a... How bad is it to Immolating Blast, though? Because he will be losing something as well. It's only truly bad if this lives off the Immolating Blast, because then he just trades and this whole board is dead, and I only get one thing over here. But if I want to start going in, then I probably should be loading the board up. I would not mind getting this back. This getting back would be terrible, but...
I would protect the Hist.
Yeah, and this board isn't really that weak to Odiving as well. He has to double trade, and then both of these would live to Odiving. Then we would simply Jav Raise Dead, I think. That being said, then it would be better over there. But if he doesn't have Odiving and I put this in the right, then he double trades and the Mammoth survives. So it's like, do we play around the 1 of Odiving? I don't really think we do. Not that this, like I said, it's not particularly weak to the Odiving regardless. Because we have lines of play that could counter. See what Decimus does. Could go through all the possibilities forever. Alright, Manticore number 2. So he's played 2 Manticores, and that's it for the targeted removal. There's definitely not a shortage of it in this deck, obviously. Alright, so... Yeah, we have a ton of things we could play. We could raise dead at almost any point. Yeah, he's loading up his discard with some pretty potent threats, especially if we consider that we're going to be playing Raise Dead after Mantikora dies in every case. We could just Javelin, attack favorably over the 4/4, develop our own Mammoth, have 2 things in each lane. We could Javelin, go face for 15, force him to answer the board then. Odahving's still not a great answer. If we do that, I think we're going in the left first, before we even Jav. I think that sounds correct. Again, not a lot of prophecies in Control Spellsword besides, like, just Jav, really. So. And we have a favorable, but hey, we're also pushing 6. And in case he finds an answer to this board, it'd be pretty hard to. Now Immolating Blast, like, that's useless. It doesn't have a trait if he Immolating Blasts. Goldbrand is not what I expected. Alright. 7 cost, Firebolt. But yeah, now we're on a clock, right? Because that has more value over time. Fortunately, like I said, we have great reload. This hand can even play a Mammoth, I guess. That's fine. It's not obviously the most fantastic draw of all time. There is seemingly no reason to not play Raise Dead after we attack. Nothing we can get back that buffs the rest of our board. Yeah. This is more valuable, even though it dies immediately. So is it actually more valuable? How much does the 4 damage versus the 3 damage matter if we get jabbed on whatever doesn't attack? We put him at 9, we put him at 8. If we put him at 9, this plus Lightning Bolt still kills him. Lightning Bolt, what am I talking about? Drain life. Good God, take a couple days off the ladder and you forget the name of all the cards. Alright, so that is... yeah, because this will die anyway, so if he has to jab it to save damage, it's kind of a waste. It's unlikely that he has an additional 2 damage.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Yeah, that is slightly more annoying, but again, we've seen one of those already. We had not seen a Jav yet. This seems like the correct time to raise dead. Seems like the discard pile is actually going to be diluted after this, so we have the best chance of getting something threatening. We obviously did not. Put this over here to protect the best against mass kill, which I don't really think he has.
Behold my power.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty unlucky raise dead, all things considered. 2 Mantikoras, Blood Magic Lord, Night Shadow in his discard, Mantikora, Blood Magic Lord, double Preserver in mine. At least we got a Mammoth. I mean, it's not the worst. Not the worst ever.
I will protect the hist.
It's pretty solid. Alright, we needed a better draw than that, I think. Yeah, imagine if we had both Executes in our hand right now, it'd be pretty abysmal. So that's just going to one-shot my Hive Defender. You can push 1 damage with this, I think we will. The only reason to play this first would be to gain 1 additional life. I don't think it's relevant. I think I would rather just break the rune before playing my creature. And this will break a rune. I mean, not this, but then the breakthrough will.
You won't foil my plan.
Possibly Cloud Rest.
There's a plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even lethal on board because we know that can kill our stuff. So we got aggressive. It was looking good. Double guard, and the prophecy stopped us pretty hard. It took like a total of 8 damage, or like a lot of, yeah. Either 8 damage or a lot of efficiency, because it stopped 4 damage that turn, then he just got a free attack into my 4 damage that would have connected next turn unless he spent additional resources on it. And Mammoth isn't the easiest thing to kill efficiently for Spellsword. No lightning bolts, as I said. Alright, well, it's an execute target, I guess. I can't complain there. And that's a Maroc. It's a Maroc. I've seen more efficient Marocs in my time. Because it's just going to get our... yeah, I mean, it's obviously a fine play. We Maroc this. I think we put Maroc in the left. There's nothing that... I mean, we're not playing around Dawnbreaker if we do that, right? But we are playing around Dawn's Wrath, which is more common. Because Cloud Arrest by itself can't contest my Maroc. This is obviously going to always come into this lane. I'm going to do that. It's actually pretty annoying. So I'm glad I had the execute for it. Assuming he can't contest Maroc, he can obviously kill my 6/6 already. Assuming he can't contest Maroc, it does represent lethal. Ooh, one thing that's worth considering that I didn't talk about is that now you can Pillaging Tribune and just ram his thing into my Maroc, so he doesn't have to break a rune.
All right, men, on me.
I live to serve.
Quite interesting.
I am a child of darkness.
I need something powerful off the top. That is powerful. That is a 1 in 4 to kill him. Actually higher than 1 in 4 to kill him. Because if I get raised dead, and it guarantees a blood magic spell next turn as well. If I get raised dead, I could get Mantikoras and something to kill that as well. Alright, that's powerful. Ugh. Man.
Yo, pursue.
I mean, realistically, we can kind of expect that to die regardless. We have only seen one Edict. I mean, Mantikoras is probably not a card in his hand, but we haven't seen any jabs yet. We have seen all 3 Cloud Arrests, so he can't Cloud Arrest Execute. Execute's just a dead card for him now. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I think it just might be relevant. This is probably the worst one to get overall. No. 5/5... No, 5/5 would have been okay over there. Drain Life is obviously the best because it just straight up kills him. Raised Dead is always like either the best or second best in this matchup, depending on whether or not Drain Life just kills your opponent. Manticore number 3, that's no bueno. Wait, is that his Manticore number 3? It is, yeah. Alright, we might lose to that. We might just straight up lose to that. Immolating Blast was our best draw. At least I have a kill in this lane, I guess. I could set up to double trade with that. It's gonna drain him to 11.
By Arcade's beard, this day will be mine.
Even if he silences this and attacks over at the breakthrough, then the Night Shadow would give me a card. It's not a good card either. It is another Bruma. Is that the second or third? I think it's the second. Third. Actually, wait, no, because this one came from the Erase Dead, so yeah, that was confusing. Wasn't a real Bruma. Alright, Blood Magic Lord, we can try this again. And we're not going to play Bruma first because we need to probably play whatever this action is. Please don't give me Drain Life this time, I really don't want it. That's the worst one now. Corpse Curse is probably just the best. Raise Dead, second best, as usual. 5/5 is playable. Not Drain Life. Alright, Raise Dead, let's go. Let's do something good here. Alright, that's good. Give me another one. Alright, that's definitely playable. Yeah, sometimes, like, I don't know. Sometimes the very, very late stages of this game can come down to who draws the right threat or who gets the right thing off Raise Dead. So that was definitely not a low roll, right? But our supposedly intelligent mid-range plan failed. Failed pretty hard. We should keep this in hand, I think. Right? Right? What if he jabs this? Do I just need a kill? Damn. Alright, I'm just gonna do this.
A little distraction might prove
Yeah,
useful.
I need to start contesting. Wow. Theoretically, my 4th Bruma. Edict, yeah. Yeah, and we do have the ever-relevant threat of Histgrove, but we are kind of coming back, because he's giving us cards. Like, they're not good cards, but they're good enough to kill things. Shadow and Priest needs to stay in my hand to deal with Histgrove, and we can start pushing for 6, but I mean, maybe we do just Shadow and Priest that. We give up our game against Histgrove entirely, but if he does have Histgrove, if like that's his last card and he top decks Histgrove, we just immediately win because he can no longer drain. And we just kill him with everything we put in the left. If his last card is Dawn's Wrath, we lose the game, but I feel like he's playing a lot of things that require deck space, and maybe Dawn's Wrath isn't even in the deck. Maybe he cut the Dawn's Wrath and Immolating Blast for Gold Brand shenanigans, because they kind of function the same purpose. They're both removal. They both take a lot of your space. That attack is just happening every time. Then Bruma Shadowfin, 6. This is happening every time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could put everything in the right to play around the Dawn's Wrath. Alright.
There's a plan. There's always a plan. There's a plan. There's always a plan.
Yeah, because we don't need everything to connect to win. It's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus this. So this, he can kill that if he wants, he can kill that if he wants, then we just kill, attack, 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 and kill him. If he can't drain, there's no way he can kill me this turn. It's just a matter of if he can answer this wave of threats that I'm pretty much dead on board. I'm just not realizing how long this game has been. Alright, that's fine, I guess, 1 for 1.
Your pain is delicious.
Alright, Tower Alchemist is probably one of the worst things you could have had. Yeah. 1 off. 1 off with the Nogleave draw. So I'm feeling like we just put him to 1, and there shouldn't be really anything he could do about that. So if I put Nogleave in the left, oh no, we can put Nogleave in the left, and it would make sense because it plays around Dawn's Wrath, it plays around Immolating Blast, and I was thinking it's 8 damage. If he top decks exactly Dawnbreaker, he'd kill me, but since we have 2 Brumas out, we actually heal to 14, so there isn't anything except for like a Tazcad. How could he ever get Tazcad here? Is there ever a way that the Spellsword deck could top deck a Tazcad? There's no like random effects, there's no like Wisdom Moment of Clarity or whatever it is, so I think we're just fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah.
You won't foil my plan.
Mother of mine.
So Odaving doesn't work, Marok doesn't work because it steals it in this lane. Mantikoras doesn't work because we split the lanes. Dawnbreaker doesn't kill anything, it doesn't kill us. I think we played around every card.
I bow to your victory.
By the egg of
Alright.
To your house. Luck to your house.
He might not be the happiest about that, but hey, I am. So we tried the more aggressive mid-range approach after we had a bunch of 6 health dudes. 6 attack, 6 health. 6/6s are really common in this deck, obviously, with the Preservers and the Mantikoras. We did get stopped for a time. Some interesting card choices threatened to kill us, but hey, we battled back in this 20-minute slugfest, and we gained a rank on the Legend ladder. We climbed up 1 rung, and we got an epic and 50 gold for our rewards. That's what happens when you're honorable and you play control decks on the ladder. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, comment your thoughts. I'll be doing more of these in the future, as well as other strategy videos. So if you're enjoying the content, again, feel free to hit subscribe and support the channel. Also feel free to drop a follow in my stream. I'll link it down below for daily Legend streams. And I'll see you guys next time.